It has 100% saved my life.
Me too.
What hobby do you have in your life that you could not do without? That one special thing that nobody on this planet will ever take away from you. Find that one thing, focus on that one thing, master that one thing, and nothing else matters. It took me a long time to realize it, but the secret to life is joy. But what's challenging is that joy looks different for everybody. For some, it's hopping in their boat and going for a ride. For some, it's a walk down the gentle beach. For others, it's going grocery shopping and providing for their family. The problem is, too often in life there are challenges or obstacles that we have to overcome, and we lose our connection with joy. We get busy, or life gets hectic, or worse, we experience trauma or loss. Finding true joy can be tough. Happiness is just as much an act as it is an emotion, and sometimes finding that emotion is easier said than done.
Guess what? Your boys are fishing today.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Well, friends, this is precisely the reason that we stress the importance of joy. And no matter what it takes for you to be happy in this world, go do it as soon as you can, and as often as you can.
I love hunting, man.
Oh, baby, you're hooked up.
I know.
Give me the camera.
I know.
Give me the camera. Go, go, go. Nice. Oh, man.
Bloodline Adventures is made up of a team of people, a group of family and friends that share a passion for the outdoors. And usually, we would be reviewing some cool new hunting or fishing tech, or making a fun new adventure video. But today, we want to talk hobbies and the importance of mental health. More specifically, what helps you experience joy? What makes you wake up in the morning and say, okay, today's going to be a good day?
Wow.
Pretty fun stuff. So we're bringing this boat home. See you on the water.
One for every pound of fish I caught tonight. Oh, and by the way, I only caught one fish.
All right, now that we gotcha, it's time for a little Bloodline Adventures Did You Know, where we show you a little bit about the people behind and in front of our cameras. Starting with Artlist. Did you know he's a mechanical engineer by trade? He spent over 30 years in the oil and gas industry, and he's the mind behind Bow Caddy, the archery product that revolutionized how people transport their bows. Next, we have Bryce, the younger brother. I spent the last couple decades in emergency services, and I once created a board game and sold 1,000 copies of it. Not only that, but then I took it to Mount Everest Base Camp and set a Guinness record.
17,600 feet above sea level. Mount Everest. Base camp.
Then there's Kelsey, the love of my life, who has joined us so many times on our adventures and has caught on pretty quick. Did you know that she's actually an accomplished artist? She creates these abstract pieces of artwork that will truly blow your mind. Anyways, now you know.
You know, hunting and fishing is, you just can't beat it. In my eyes anyways, and hopefully some of you agree. For me, hunting and fishing is a release. It's a way to connect with nature. And like Artlist said a couple of years ago, it's a way to connect with those that we can't fish with anymore. We're called Bloodline Adventures because it's in our heritage. Our dad's dad, our uncle, like our whole family is connected to the outdoors in one way or another. And it's a way for us to go have fun, spend time outside, and de-stress. So important. Go sit on a frozen sheet of ice with your buddy and talk about what's bugging you. Talk about what's on your brain, because if it's on your brain, chances are you need to discuss it. Anyways, all I know is I like fishing and hunting and doing product review videos.
I'm freezing my fingers off.
This is a hunting and fishing channel, but you may not be a hunter or a fisherman. What's your release? What's your activity that grounds you and reconnects you? The one thing they never tell you about lake life is it can be incredibly therapeutic, incredibly beneficial, and I would call it life-saving myself.
Has been for us.
Has been for us. Kelsey and I were fortunate enough to come together at a point in our lives where lake life became a reality and not just a dream. There's just something about it that heals the soul, right? The peace, the nature, the oxygen, the fresh air, the quiet, the sun.
You don't hear sirens here. It's amazing.
You don't hear a dang thing except for the hoorahs of the neighbors. Whenever people come over to the house, like back when we lived over there, as soon as people come onto the property, they walk in the backyard and they look at the water and they go, you can almost see the stress leaving their body. It's really neat to see.
I love watching it.
Yeah, I do.
That's one of the biggest things I miss from being out here every day was, how much joy we brought to other people with doing next to nothing, just inviting them over.
Yeah. We need this lake life in our life to help balance out the other side of it. And I think lately we haven't had this other side of it. I'm a first responder. I've been 20 years in. Kelsey's a first responder, 20 years in. That's 40 years of emergencies. We have to fish a lot. Sorry, we choose to fish a lot. We choose to live at the lake. We choose to do these things because we know it's important. So let us know what lake life means to you, because when we were first getting into it, they did not tell us that it would be this important. Not to mention that there's fish in our backyard.
It's true. We are very spoiled in that regard. Walleye, pike, perch, and burbot all call this body of water home. And even though they may not be the biggest fish in the world, it sure is nice to know that we don't have to go very far to find fish. But remember, that's not all we're about. We hunt as much as we fish, and we fish as much as we hunt. So whether we're out chasing critters across the prairies, or trying to hog tie some sailfish down in Central America, we're always on the lookout for adventure.
It's been tough. It's been a very hard year, but we both know that better times are ahead. We were hoping to be here fishing right now, staring at our house, but as you can tell, not even started digging yet. We've got a pretty incredible concept for the house and the property that we're looking at putting here on this lake. And it still seems like a dream to me, even though it's in motion.
If anyone has any ideas for things that must go in your lake property, let us know. Hit us up.
Absolutely. If you're planning a lake property, what are you putting in? What's your must-have? That's a really cool idea. I like that.
Yeah.
So as the sun sets here on another day, I'm so glad we came out to do this. This was fun. It was just a couple hours to come and sit on the ice and talk to you guys a little bit about, the importance of mental health, the importance of your own sanity, and having a release and
finding balance.
Finding the balance is key, 100%. We're testing out some new products here from High Caliber Lures. We've got a nice new jigging paddle tail, 3.8 inch paddle tail that we're testing out here today, doing some jigging. And we've got a couple more trips in the works. We've got a nice lake trout trip coming up this winter, and maybe even a trip southern Alberta to see if we can get into some big fish. But today we just kind of wanted to drop in and check on you and say, how's your mental health?
Ours isn't great right now.
Ours is fantastic.
Now it is.
It is now, because we're back where we belong. Okay, maybe we'll get lucky and get one more hit before we have to go home. For sure. It's one thing to make a video. It's a completely different thing to have somebody enjoy it. So hopefully you get a little bit out of our content, because we sure have a blast making it. It's a lifesaver.
Thanks
for sure.
Good excuse to Don't worry, I'd come anyway.
Yeah, that's the funny part, is we'd be doing this anyways.
My brother.
Fried chicken delivered to the ice.
When was the last time we were out ice fishing and had somebody bring you KFC delivery? I can't wait to live here with you, honey. Again.
Again. time for you, I think. I'm excited for you to experience it the way I did. Even though you were here pretty much as much as I was, but
Yeah,
it wasn't your house.
it wasn't my home. I have a house in Spruce Grove.
We both, for a couple of years, lived with a suitcase in our trucks and went back and forth between the houses because that's kind of what we had to do to navigate. But now we're done with that.
Well, friends, we're not going home with any dinner today because Kelsey didn't hold up her end of the deal.
Did you say that?
She said if I took her fishing, she'd take care of catching dinner.
I don't know if that's exactly how that played out, but
We never caught any fish, but we achieved what we set out to do today.
we hooked a couple briefly.
Kelsey lost them.
Okay.
We're gonna go have some KFC with our friends. Click or tap the screen right here to watch one of our greatest, coolest videos yet. Love you guys, appreciate you. We'll see you down the road.